Hi everyone, Gray Power 60 here. So I have another messy desk because I was pulling out things that I was going to bring to my daughters to see if my grandson wanted to play around with some paints. And I brought my gel press and that bag. I got that in a suitcase. I'll get my suitcase out in a minute. I got to empty it all and put things away. The mess on the floor is from that IKEA shelving cart, drawer cart, whatever you want to call it. The first drawer is a mess as well. Had a lot of extra things in it. I got to clean that out. This drawer I'm going to leave because it's all of my paints that I use, and that's going to be okay. I've emptied all the rest. Now, on the bottom here, those are all my punches, and I had them in the bottom two drawers, but they're so heavy, and the cart being plastic kind of, it didn't warp them, but they were hard to open and close. So I have to find a spot to put all of my punches in. Now, if you recall, I had gotten this corner unit from my neighbor that I don't think I'm going to be able to use when I move into the living room. See, all of this cleanup and doing is because I have to move everything out of this bedroom. I mean, like, all of this crafting stuff, and I'm gonna have to, yeah, it's a mess. I've been going through, I emptied the closet of all the boxes. Let me take you into the living room and show you where I plan on building my new craft space. Okay, so here is those boxes of stuff. Now, some of it is Christmas things, and I'm going to be sorting through them individually. I've got a month to do this. So this is going to be my corner. I'll have my table over here, and I'll have my other IKEA shelving here. I'm going to have to move my fireplace where Mom is watching out for me. And then my bed is going to go here facing the windows. All of these are going under the bed because the bed is high enough that I can put 2 rows of stacked underneath the bed. And my bed is going to have its back to me where I am now. And behind it, my son has a very large room divider, which will give me some privacy, to a certain degree, privacy for sleeping. And we have to get rid of this couch. This couch is of no purpose to us anymore, so that's going to be crazy. Yeah, I've been going through lots of stuff. Now, in this corner is where I'm going to have my oldest grandson, because he and I are both Nighthawks. I'm going to be moving the bookcases to make a little room here for him to do his craft, not his crafting, his gaming. He does a lot of gaming stuff, so I'll have to set that up very, in a nice little place for him. We're not quite sure. My son is going to come over and we're going to decide whether we want to have, after this couch is gone and I have my bedroom on that side, my grandson has his area on this side, whether we make this into like a living room. I've got the chairs to put here, and behind me I've got some bookshelves where we can keep the TV, and that kind of thing. So it's sort of like, that's the thought of it. And like I say, I am really going through things. to get rid of things, to pack things away. So let's get back into the craft room. As I said, because I'm sorting and everything. So I brought this suitcase to my daughter's with my gel plate and all kinds of stuff in there. And of course, I was going to do some filming. So I have my camera hook up and papers and all kinds of things and I put things in baggies so that I would have them all. So let me clean off my desk and show you what I finally created. As I said, I took everything out that I thought I would need while I was over there, packed it up in the bag and in the little suitcase. So give me a second and I'll set you up. Okay, before I went over to my daughter's, I wanted to get some supplies, and unfortunately they're all taken apart. I also grabbed all of these stickers. Thought I was going to be doing something else. We ended up not. I can't find, and I know I have a container. I know I do, because I remember putting them into a jar, and I'm sure I'll find it in one of my boxes. I wanted those clear elastics because I wanted to do some artwork. This is all, take those out of there. In this bag is more paints and things. So stick it over there to go back in the painting thing. I wanted an elastic to put around a bunch of these Q-tips and to be able to use them. I never did, but anyway, they'll always come in handy. And the only ones I could find were these bracelet elastics. I couldn't find the white ones. And these are rubber band bracelets, so I guess it's a thing that the kids do, but I'm hoping that they won't break. And so I've got them in the bag. They'll go into my box of craft supplies that I need. And as I said, I wanted to put a bunch of Q-tips together and be able to do some painting and getting some different images, because I used a lot of my handmade or homemade stamps that I made. I think I showed you in another video. I've got all the different ones. These are the newer ones that I now realize, rather than put them directly onto the cardboard, is to put them on a piece of foam and then put the art pieces on top. Yeah, something you learn as you go. And these worked out really, really well. I really had a lot of fun with these. So now I have a complete bag full of, these are just the homemade ones. I was at Dollarama looking for those elastics. And remember I said if I ever come across another one of these craft paper, I would pick it up. It is $4.25, and this is the one, this is the craft paper with the black, the craft, and the white, where we've got 10 of the lightweight and 10 of the heavyweight. So the lightweight is 170 GSM, and the heavyweight is 250 GSM, which are really, really stiff, really nice. So I've got 10 of the lightweight of the white and heavy, light and heavy for the craft, and light and heavy for the black, which is what I wanted. So now I've got a good supply of those. I'm really pleased with that. I also picked up these stencils. Now, the stencils were like this. Oh, it doesn't show on there. It doesn't show on there. Do I have it in? Anyway, what happened was there's 2 stencils in here, and I've used it before, but since Thelma had recently mentioned, you know, whenever you want to keep the packaging, the sticky part, if you fold it inside and stick it, then you can slide things in without having to fight with whatever you've bought, you know, because because the sticky part is already glued to the front. You know what I mean? Oh my God, I'm having trouble today. Anyway, so I saw this stencil and I thought, oh, I want to try this. I want to have a little bit of fun with this. So, and this was on my way to my daughter's on Saturday night. And then I saw this one. Now, what they had done, which I didn't know, if I could find the other one really handy, I would show you, but let's just explain. So I saw this one. I said, oh, this is great. This is great. I'm going to give that a try. But I was also looking for, like, tall flowers. So this packaging was this way. And I saw the birds, and I thought, oh, this is cool. Let me show you what happened. Then I saw one like this, and I went, wow, that's what I want. I want some of these tall, and of course having the moth there was really, or the dragonfly was really cool. Until I flipped it over when I got it home and realized all they did was change the packaging, but I've got the same. So now I've got double. I've got a double set. A long-winded story to tell you about. Oh, just checking to see if I'm filming. I don't want to say that again. Yeah, so anyway, while the boys were playing video games and doing their thing, and I also bought some more of these Sharpies. These are the fine tip ones, and I actually wanted the thicker ones. I also saw these little branches, wood stumps, different thicknesses and thinness and so on. I have a 2-fold for this. One is to do some fall decorating. I want to do some fall decorating using this, and I can also use this for my Christmas benches, or I can paint these with white and sprinkle them with snow. Anyway, so that is why I picked that up. And I'm digging in here because I'm an idiot here. No, I've got to put these things back. I got to put things back. I didn't get a chance to use these scented glue sticks, but I did show them to my grandson, my oldest grandson. He's always interested in what I'm doing, and he was really thrilled about that. And yeah, and let's see, is it the last thing? Yeah, here's the packaging. I didn't want to leave it at my daughter's. There was 2 Sharpies in the packaging, so but they're fine tip, and I want the thicker one. So, and then I saw these at Dollarama. Now at Dollar Tree, usually they sell these individually, these trays. Oh, there, see, there's the glue we were testing, and it still smells. Oh my goodness, it still smells, and I did that a few days ago. Okay, now we got sticky up here, but anyway, yeah, they were $1.50, and I'm thinking, what? Usually Dollar Tree will take them apart and sell them individually. So for $1.50, and they had two patterns. they had these flat ones, which I'm going to take apart here. They had these flat ones, which are going to be great for decorating. I've got some great ideas for DIY decorating for Christmas or the fall. The other ones had the bump here, kind of made them a little more fancy. You know, 4 of them for $1.25, I could not resist. So that goes in with my DIY stuff. And here's the bag. Here's the bag of goodies. I put everything in a bag. These are, I have a box full of these kind of, when I'm doing painting, or more when I'm doing inking, I like to use these. I know they're kind of bizarre, big shape, but sorry for the crinkle, but then I don't get the inks on my fingers, so I had brought a bunch in case the boys wanted to, or any one of them wanted to play around, and they did not. They were, well, the oldest grandson, he's 17, he wanted to, his girlfriend was coming over. They were playing video games downstairs in the video game room. And see, here's some more of those paintbrushes that fell on the floor. Lovely. And I brought my white gel, and I got my white pencil, and another, and of course I like this water brush. I love this thing. And yeah, and then popsicle sticks in case I needed them, and then Q-tips that I wanted to wrap around, but I never used them. So they'll go into my stash, and we'll put those over there. Yeah, putting things away when you come home. And I brought this, I bought this at Temu. This is a little mini knife. I don't know if you can tell. It's for cutting. Especially if you're wanting to fussy cut out something, you can go around it and it cuts them. I've got a couple of those. These brushes have all got to go where brushes go. And I also went for a walk. They've got a path down their street, a path where I could pick up all kinds of different leaves and wood sticks and evergreen boughs, maple leaves. They had the red, you can probably tell they've all been painted on because I've used them. Dandelion leaves, and these still got the green on it from when I was using it for painting. So this is the afterglow, if you want to call it. It's the afterglow of me, you know, bringing way too much with me, but you can't bring your craft room, so you pack up what you think you might be using and hoping that that is all you need, but then you improvise, right? I also had brought a piece of cardboard in case we wanted, and some foam in case. I'm going to put that with the paints over there. This goes in my stencil box. Now, I have these in here, these elastics. I'm going to see if I can find a bin, not a bin, a jar to put them in. And, well, these are going to obviously crinkle and die and dry up pretty soon. I still think I have a couple of days to be able to play. Whew. So, cardboard will go in with my, I got a box of cardboard, or I've got a paper bag full of cardboard. I also brought cutting sheet in case I was going to do any cutting, and glue in case I was going to do any art stuff. And because I was all by myself, the boys, like I say, were busy doing, my youngest grandson has ADHD, and he is not always willing to participate in things, but I was hoping by playing I would perk his interest. So what I have been doing is I have been using my gel. I also had some orange slices. I wanted to try. I ran out of a lot of inks because I only brought the little tubes. And then with the black, I used a... Did I bring it with me? I'm sure I did because I didn't want to leave any garbage at my daughter's. Oh, and I've got this wet cloth. I've got to wash that. So we'll put that over there. Toilet roll. That's what this. So I just on my gel plate, I put black, and I just came along and went crazy with the toilet roll. So that's how that survived it. I also took the stencil that I had, and I had some book pages, and I decided to use some paint. This is the long one here, Now, I don't know which ones were green and which are not supposed to be green, so I just took a guess. I did most of the flowers in pink and then added green and just put it on the side of a book page. Now, this book, I think, was like, I don't know, somebody's book. But anyway, so I'll be able to go through this and white gesso or white paint this to dull the text, or I could put it in a page. I could put a piece of paper on here, but I thought these were pretty. I was experimenting with the after, you know, playing different things, painting, trying them on different papers. With the stencils, I was just having a little bit of fun. And again, I can come along with the white gesso or white paint and hide or cover the text so that you can't really see it, but that it still can show through a little bit. So that's what I was doing with that. Yeah, so these ones, here again, I was playing. So this one here was the oranges. I was doing that, and then this was with the toilet roll. Some of them I didn't do. These are after pages, pickup pages that I had. This one here, these were pickup pages, and then I decided to. This is a lined binder paper, I just folded it in half, and I was using it for runoff, and then stamping some of my circles on there, and I decided to take the black. So you never know, might be able to use that in some collaging. Again, I did the same thing. This is the thicker paper. These were all runoffs. This was all as I was, you know, I took my brayer and was running off. I call them a runoff page. And then later, when they dried, I just put circles on there. This is one that I tried with the leaves. This is one that I tried. This was a really messy runoff. Really messy because I had so many colors on this. I decided to come along and just doodle on this page. You can see there's white spots where it was stuck because it wasn't quite dry. This was runoff. This is also a runoff. I just played around with the pages. Some more runoffs, and all I did was just take my marker, go around, take my marker, go around. This was more fun, experimenting with different shapes, different one of my homemade stamps, and then taking the marker and going around it. Here's another one, quite messy, quite a scary scenario, but also can be used for collaging or background. Here's another one. This is a runoff page, another runoff page where I was just stamping things to get the stamps clean. Then I just took the marker and went around with that. And the same with this one here. I was trying to come up with something that was from my original. Now, all of these are done, and the idea came from my original one. And my original one, so that was that one. This is my original. This is the one I did at home before I left to go to my grandson's. And I loved the green, the blue, and the orange, and the different stamps that I used. These are the ones I made, the 5 dots, the little block that kind of looks like a city block, the lines, and so on. I fell in love with this one. I really, really, really like this one. And this can also, I can also make digitals out of these different crazinesses. I can also do that. Here's another one that I tried with the greens and the browns. I really had fun doodling. It was very stress relieving. I'm not good at those Mandela type or whatever they're called, you know, those adult coloring books. They drive me nuts. It's too structured. This is very free-handing, and I love doing that. And then I think this was probably one of the last ones that I did, just getting some paint off of my, homemade foam stamps. So that was that. I think these were extra pages that I had. Runoff. I did some runoff on some of these pages. There's some more runoff. And I just brought these pages. These are the ones that I did the ink and had them all over the floor. These are the ones that I had all of the ink spreading and coloring. And I just thought I would use these rather than magazine pieces. I thought I would just bring these and see what happens and use those. So, and here's some more of the ones that were, this is all the ink ones and some runoff ones in there. That's that one. This one here is, this doesn't matter. This was the second. Okay, yeah. This, what I did was I used the orange on my gel plate. I placed the leaves, and this is one of those, I don't know what they're called, but they all, when you twirl them, they almost look like spinning things. I forget what those are called. Almost looks like a bird. So I put that down, rubbed it down, put it down on my gel, put it down. Then, what did I do? One of them. Then I took the leaves off. That's what this one is. I took the leaves off of this one, and I pressed it down, and then I got the leaves on there. And then this one, I took each leaf and I put it down, and then I put a paper on top, and I just rubbed it down to get all of the paint off of the leaf. So that's what that one is. This was in an early part, trying with different colors. This is the oranges. I had to throw them out because they were rotting, but yeah, they were supposed to dry, and I guess when I put them in a baggie to transport them, they got moist again. So anyway, now this black one here, this was left over from my, is it way in the bottom? This one here. I put the black on and I was using my circles from the toilet roll here, and then I rubbed it back on, and I thought, well, I'm going to try some more of the oranges, but it still had a bit of this yellow color, or greenish yellow color in the middle of it, so I just pressed them down. And then I also had these different shapes of my foam stamps, and I kind of punched it on there just to give it some of these squares. I'm wondering, I'm curious now that I'm sitting here with you. Let me see. I'm wondering what it would be like to use my white gel pen and just go over some of these lines that you can see. I mean, not all, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but just to give it more definition. Because some of them are, you know, kind of faded. But just my artistic curiosity here. I'm just wondering if I define some of these, maybe even the, here it is here, if I define the orange a bit, you know, it doesn't, like I say, it doesn't have to be perfect, but here's the orange here where I had put it in white. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to have to clean off because this gel pen is pulling up the paint. So here was an afterthought. I'm just going to add this to the video. Instead of my gel pen, which wasn't coming out very dark, I have a white marker. And I'm thinking this would enhance it more if I used this marker. Now it'll probably come out a little whiter once it's dry. So I'm thinking that, you know, where I went with my white gel, I could use the pointy end. I'm just going to use a, to get a thicker, or I could use the other end of it, thicker end of it, and go around to enhance it a little bit more, rather than using the white gel pen, because it's very thin, whereas this will outline the squares a little bit better. Yeah, so this was my afterthought. I'm going to add it to the video for you. As I said, you know, probably will dry whiter than, and a little thicker, you know, than the gel. You know, whitening off some of the corners. You always take a chance with these markers on the black but I think that will define it a little bit more, and I could probably go over it again to make it stand out a little bit more. Or I could use paint, you know, very easily use paint. It's just markers are so much easier to, so once that was dry, I could go over them again to whiten it even more. Get the white in there. To add a little bit more definition to some of the things. See, as you can see, even just going over what I've already done. Now, are you in close enough to see that? Oop. Yeah, we're a little bit in there. So where I've already gone, go on over it again and enhance it a little bit more. Give it more of the white. In my doodling. Right? Yeah. Anyway, just thought I would add that on, that I could have used a white marker. Go over it, and I think that just makes it stand out a little bit better. And here, although you can't tell, wherever these blotches are in the middle, that's the these little, that's the middle of the orange. So yeah, I think I should have thought of that earlier. Or white paint with a brush would be really cool too. So let's get back to the video. Anyway, I can play more with that, but and again, these are just the stamping. Once I went into the black, rather than wipe them off, I just stamped on here to get some of the ink off. Again, some more runoff pages that I had on here, and these are just on the ink pages. Ink pages. Yeah. This one here was interesting, wasn't it? I don't remember if I did that over there or if I did it. Yeah, I think I did. Again, I'm wondering if, you know, using the white will, maybe using white paint instead of the gel pencil, or gel ink. I also have this white pencil, but I don't think it's dark. I don't think it comes out enough. No, it's not, it's too white. So maybe by adding some white paint on here, I can define some of the patterns that are on here that are very difficult to see. Yeah, and the same with this, and this is just a clean off page that I had. So that was the fun that I had at my daughter's while the boys were busy playing video games with their company. They had company come over, and they all went down to the game room and played down there. And doodling is becoming something that I'm really having fun with. But one thing I did notice, one of the things, the fine tip Sharpie is this one. I prefer the thick one. Is this the fine or the thicker? This one looks thicker. Yeah, this one is thicker, but I've got another one in here. It's supposed to be fine tipped. yeah, this is the fine tip. And I'm finding, you know, if I want to get this same effect, I have to go over things like twice in order to get, and maybe go slower. Whereas this one I was doing very slowly and enjoying, and this one here I was going and scribbling around quite quickly. So it doesn't give that thick, defined, I hope you can see that, that thick, defined, and it doesn't matter if they're crooked, guys. I mean, this is your doodling, and I'm really enjoying, and I really like having the color in the background. And now I wish I had colored the background on this. But who's to say I can't take this now, although I really like it, and not get my markers out. This is definitely an experiment, right? So finding some colors, and I'm gonna have to look at my color wheel because I am totally like brain dead when it comes to, where did I put my color wheel? Yoo-hoo. I know it's here, it's just I've got so much stuff here now that I'm having, oh, that's not it. Sorry guys, sorry, I know I shouldn't be stopping here, but to heck with the color wheel. Let's go with colors that I think would be fun. Now I do like the turquoise. I do like the yellow, but turquoise and pink I think is more fun. And blue, the light blue. I do have an orange instead of the pink. I don't know. It would be interesting to just not color the whole thing, but maybe, am I going to ruin it? Should I, you know what? Let's do, aren't you having fun in this video? It's totally a mishmash of stuff. And a matter of fact, I am going to tear this down again. It's not even straight. I don't even care, because I want to experiment with some of these colors. Did I throw the blue back in here? I don't even, you know, sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing. I've got the green, the orange, and the blue. So let's try, is this the lighter turquoise? I just want to make sure it's the lighter one. Yes. Okay. We could just go in to these circles and just add a little color. Be better if I tape this down, I think. And I'm using the thicker side, which I really should maybe be using the thinner side, but I'm just going to randomly go around here. Okay. Maybe a little closer to the line. And see what happens. See what happens if I can do this in sort of an after effect rather than just okay. Oops, I got my finger in it already. Okay, and let me get the blue, and we'll try the blue in certain areas. Like I said, this is totally out of my comfort zone, totally. Let's make this one blue. Let's make this one blue. Maybe we can go over this one as blue. Maybe in the center. And I'm trying not to paint over the black lines because they're already there. Blue, blue, blue. Let's get this one blue. So I'm stopping wherever wherever the lines intersect. And I'm wondering if maybe one more blue here. There. Now let me bring in the orange and see how that's going to blend. Putting it in areas that, yeah, sorry, it might be boring for you guys, but it's totally experimental. I just want to see if I can create something once we've already done the doodling, once we've already done the painting, you know, how is it going to look? Now, have I covered all of them? Let's even put one here just for the heck of it. So that is something we could do on an after effect, you know, adding colors that we want to play with. That's one. And let's try some yellow and purple, yellow, and I was looking for another color. Brown, maybe, or silver. Okay, brown, silver. I don't have enough of these. I'm going to have to get more variety of colors. I don't really have a rainbow of colors. I'm liking this one. And I do want a green, but I want a dark green. Green. And maybe a pink. I don't know. I'm looking at these colors. Not these. This is a deeper purple, isn't it? But I do like this yellowy green. Okay, let's play around with these ones. These are the silver. Okay, let's play around. Let's just play. This may be boring. You can fast forward. It will not hurt my feelings whatsoever. You can I've got one in here. And I'm trying to be very conscious of the lines that I'm crossing. I'm trying very hard to not, I mean, sometimes you have no choice but to cross the lines, but if I can avoid it, I will, which will make it more interesting here. Okay, let me see if maybe one more down here. Okay. I want to try this. Absolutely. I don't know what color this is. It must have a color. But it's kind of a greeny yellow. And I'm wondering how it's going to affect the pink on here. Again, I am trying really hard not to color the black lines, but it's sometimes really difficult to do that. I guess I'm making my own, art surfaces, I suppose, is what I'm maybe trying to say here. Let's see if I can get some more colors in here. And I'm having a hard time getting the... Now, do I want to go purple or green? That's the pointy end. I need the thick end. All right, we're going to go in with the green. Let's see what kind of contrasts we can create here with this green in the okay, and I think I want this one to be green. I hope you can see what I've been doing all this time. Oh my gosh, sorry about that. Let's see if we can bring you down a little bit. Get more of a visual of the colors that I'm trying to create here. Yeah. And there's no mistakes. Do you know what I mean? Like there's no mistakes. It's all whatever you want to do. I think that is it. I think we have created, unless I put that one there, I think I've done all of the lines on there. So this is something else that we can do. These would make great collage pages, and I like the pink green, and I think that's kind of a I call it a pukey green, a pukey yellow. I wish they had the names of these things on here. Maybe they do, and the writing is so darn small. Environmentally friendly. It's got a warning. I don't know what the warning is. Confirm. There's the marker. There's the tip. Color your daily life. Water-based. And no, all the way around, there's no, you just go by the color. Isn't that like a chartreuse? Isn't it? Oh, and look at this. I've got these little things I could put on. No, I'm going to do too much. Anyway, guys, that is it for me. I just wanted to share with you some ideas, some fun things that I was doing at my daughter's while my grandsons were, they're getting older. They're getting older, and spending time with Nanny is not, doing artistic things is not their thing. I wish I had filmed it, but I did not. They were having a great time, and I didn't want them to, I didn't want them to be forced into doing something that they were just not comfortable doing. So anyway, that's it for me with all of my natural stuff, my crazy doodling. I'm having a lot of fun exploring my artistic side and trying to come up with, you know, things that I don't mind doing. You know, I don't mind doodling like this. This is really, to me, very relaxing, and I really enjoy it. So let's figure out what we're going to do with these now that we've created some fun colors and some fun papers. Yeah, I don't know. That's the next step of my exploring myself and my journey of creating artwork and coming up with my own style, I guess, or things that I enjoy doing. That's it for me. Thanks for joining me. I didn't get a chance to use these glue sticks. Future video. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you again soon. Bye for now.